Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Motivation Zone at Freedom. I'm Gayan, and today we're diving into a topic that touches all of us at one point or another: frustration. But more importantly, we're going to explore some powerful tools to not just cope with it, but to truly overcome it. We've all been there, those moments when everything seems to pile up, and the smallest obstacles feel insurmountable. It's not just about feeling annoyed, it's about that overwhelming sense of being stuck. But what if I told you that the key to navigating these choppy waters lies within you? Today, we're going to unpack the concepts of self-awareness and balance. These aren't just buzzwords, they are essential tools that can transform the way you handle frustration. By understanding and practicing self-awareness, you become an expert on yourself. You learn to recognize your triggers, understand your limits, and better navigate your emotional landscape. And when you pair this awareness with balance, balancing your emotions, your responses, and even how you spend your energy, you create a resilient approach to life's ups and downs. Stick with me, and let's explore how mastering these skills can not only ease your frustrations but also enhance your overall well-being. Let's get started. When we talk about independence, it's often framed in terms of financial or physical freedom. But true independence extends much deeper, it's emotional and psychological. It's about being able to stand on your own, not just in your actions, but in your thoughts and emotions as well. Let's consider lifestyle choices that defy traditional expectations. Imagine someone who decides to leave a stable, but unfulfilling corporate job to pursue a passion project or to travel the world. This choice isn't just about seeking joy, it's a profound declaration of emotional independence. It's choosing to prioritize personal satisfaction over societal approval, which is a significant step towards self-reliance. Now, think about the benefits of this kind of self-sufficiency. When you rely less on external validation, your emotional world becomes less vulnerable to the opinions and actions of others. This shift doesn't just minimize frustration, it fundamentally changes how you experience it. Frustration often stems from our reactions to not meeting external expectations or relying too heavily on external sources of happiness and validation. By cultivating your own sources of fulfillment and relying on your inner strengths, you not only become more resilient but also find a more profound sense of peace and contentment in your life. Embracing self-reliance isn't about isolation, it's about empowering yourself to make choices that align with your deepest values and needs. It's about building a life where you are the primary architect of your happiness and where frustration becomes a manageable, rather than overwhelming, part of the journey. Inner balance is a state of being where your thoughts, emotions, and actions align harmoniously. This alignment is not about achieving perfection, but about managing the dynamic ebbs and flows of life with grace and resilience. Inner balance is crucial because it serves as your emotional and psychological grounding, influencing how you react to stress, make decisions, and interact with the world around you. So, how do we achieve and maintain this inner balance? It starts with cultivating daily habits that promote mental and emotional well-being. This could be as simple as setting aside time each day for reflection through journaling, practicing mindfulness to stay present in the moment, or engaging in physical activity that clears the mind and strengthens the body. Each of these practices helps to stabilize our emotions and sharpens our ability to focus, leading to better decision-making and increased calmness in challenging situations. The consequences of lacking balance can be profound. Without it, we are more susceptible to stress and may find ourselves reacting impulsively rather than responding thoughtfully. This imbalance can ripple out, affecting not just our personal lives but also our professional environments. A lack of balance can lead to burnout, strained relationships, and decreased productivity, ultimately setting us back from achieving our goals. Think of maintaining inner balance not as a chore, but as nurturing the core of your being. It's about making small adjustments to ensure you don't tilt too far in any direction emotionally or mentally. By fostering this balance, you empower yourself to face life's challenges with a steadier hand and a clearer mind. Mindfulness is often discussed in terms of meditation and quiet reflection, but let's explore it from a fresh angle today. Imagine mindfulness as a state where your mind is free from the clutter of excessive thoughts, like a clear sky after a storm. This kind of mental clarity isn't just about reducing stress, it's about opening up to a more vibrant way of experiencing the world. Think about how children interact with the world. They are masters of living in the moment. Their ability to marvel at the simplest things, to be wholly present, is something we tend to lose as adults. This childlike wonder isn't about naivety, it's about being open to experiencing each moment fully, without preconceptions or distractions. Emulating this can dramatically reduce stress and frustration because it shifts our focus from worrying about past or future to truly engaging with the now. Let's try incorporating this into our lives with some simple exercises. First, try the 5 senses exercise. Pause for a moment, wherever you are, and notice something you can see, touch, hear, smell, and taste. This practice grounds you in the present and clears the mind. Another effective technique is mindful listening. This involves focusing fully on the sounds around you, whether it's birds chirping, leaves rustling, or even the distant hum of city life. By doing so, you tune into the present and filter out the static of excessive thoughts. Implementing these practices daily can lead to profound changes in how you perceive and interact with the world. It encourages a mental environment where clarity and peace are the norm, not the exception. And with this clarity, you're better equipped to tackle challenges and reduce frustration in a substantial, lasting way. In our journey through life, we often face a barrage of external pressures, deadlines, expectations, social norms, that can leave us feeling stressed and out of control. The true empowerment comes not from avoiding these pressures, but from mastering our reactions to them. Controlling our reactions starts with recognizing that while we may not have control over every external event, we do have control over how we respond. This realization is liberating. It shifts the power from the external to the internal, making us architects of our own peace. Let's explore some practical tools and techniques to fortify ourselves against these pressures. Mindfulness, which we discussed earlier, is a key tool. Additionally, techniques like deep breathing exercises can act as immediate responses to stress. For a long-term strategy, cognitive restructuring, which involves changing negative thought patterns about external pressures, can be incredibly effective. Another powerful technique is assertiveness training, which helps us communicate our needs and boundaries clearly and respectfully. Take the story of Maria, a software developer who found herself overwhelmed by workplace demands. By practicing mindfulness and assertiveness, she learned to set realistic deadlines and communicate her limits to her team. This not only reduced her stress but also increased her team's respect for her. Then there's John, who faced intense pressure to follow a traditional career path. Through journaling and cognitive restructuring, he redefined success on his own terms and pursued a career in music, finding both personal happiness and professional fulfillment. These stories exemplify how we can take control and resist external pressures effectively. By developing these skills, you too can reduce the impact of stress and lead a more balanced, empowered life. Incorporating Buddhist techniques into our daily lives can transform our approach to mental and emotional health. Buddhism emphasizes mindfulness and breathing practices that help cultivate a deep sense of peace and presence. Let's begin with the basics: mindful breathing and meditation. Mindful breathing is a simple practice where you focus entirely on your breath, the inhale and exhale, which can be done anywhere at any time. This acts as a mental reset button, clearing your mind and reducing immediate stress. Meditation, on the other hand, involves sitting quietly, observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment, and returning your focus to your breath when your mind wanders. Incorporating these practices into your daily routine might seem challenging at first, but even a few minutes can make a significant difference. Start by dedicating a few minutes each morning or evening to mindful breathing. Gradually, as it becomes a habit, try to integrate mindfulness into daily activities, like while drinking your morning coffee or waiting in line. This consistent practice helps manage emotions throughout the day and reduces overall frustration. Establishing a calming bedtime routine is another crucial step. This might include activities such as reading, listening to soft music, or practicing gentle yoga stretches. Ending your day with a mindfulness meditation can also enhance the quality of your sleep, allowing you to end the day on a peaceful note and begin the next one refreshed and ready. Imagine ending each day free from the day's stresses, with a mind that's clear and ready for restful sleep. This not only improves your mental health but sets a foundation for a productive and peaceful tomorrow. As we wrap up our journey today, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've covered. We began by exploring the deep-rooted concept of independence through self-reliance, understanding that true freedom comes from within, emotional and psychological independence that transcends societal expectations. We then delved into the power of inner balance, highlighting how essential it is to maintain equilibrium in our emotional and psychological lives. We've seen how mastering our reactions to external pressures can significantly enhance our resilience and reduce our stress. And of course, we've discussed the transformative power of mindfulness and Buddhist techniques, practical daily habits that not only help us manage emotions and reduce frustration but also improve our overall mental health and readiness for each new day. I encourage you all to try these techniques. Start small, integrate these practices into your routine, and see the difference they make in your life. Share your experiences in the comments below. I would love to hear how these methods are working for you and any adjustments you've made for your personal needs. Remember, the journey to self-awareness and balance is ongoing and deeply personal. It's about finding what works best for you and adapting along the way. By embracing these practices, you're not just coping with life's challenges, you're thriving amidst them. You're on your way to a more fulfilling, peaceful, and stress-free life.